Let's see about that axe, I suppose. What's... So that's the mine. Is it from that guy that someone said he's gonna get himself killed because he's owned? Probably. Maybe. Possibly.
Damn it, woman. I said to leave me be.
My apologies for Cretius's That foolish old man thinks he's 30 years younger than he is. He's going to get himself killed traipsing around. He's convinced himself that there's some sort of conspiracy involving the East. We came across some old letters that belonged to his great-grandfather in our house, and he believes every word. Cretius's great-grandfather worked for the East Empire Company. There's really nothing remarkable in the letters. I don't know what he's so excited about. Gratian Corellius. He was an explorer for the East Empire Company. They'd send him all over. Poor man. Can you imagine doing all that dangerous work just to end? There was a horrible accident, and he was killed when one of... They were never even able to go down there and recover the body. The East Empire Company sealed that section off. Cretius is convinced it's a story cooked up by the company to cover up something. My beloved is almost 80 years old, and I think the shock of finding one of his ancestors' things has left his mind. I love him dearly, and I support everything he does. But I can't let him chase this silly idea, or he may end up I think so, but it's difficult. Something about it does... To understand how we met one another, Cretius is a third-generation miner. All his life, he's... By the time Cretius came of age, the ebony mine in Raven Rock was shut down. He took that quite hard. Our home has been in his family for over 200 years. Leaving would have been like abandoning precious memory. Instead, he stayed on Solstheim and spent most of his life prospecting for a new ebony source. Sadly, a decade ago this drove him into a deep depression. He shut himself inside his home and it was. After refusing to allow anyone to bring him food, Counselor Morvain ordered his door to... I was a temple priest at the time, and they had me use my healing arts to restore strength to him. I stayed for a while and cared for him, then... Far from it. In fact, I'm no longer welcome there. In all honesty, it came down to a disagreement between what I believe. I'd prefer not to get into the details, but let's just say our opinions about the current status of the tribunal vary widely. Be careful out there.
Who in the blazes are you? Why should I tell you? I don't even know who you are. Maybe. Been difficult trusting people lately. But mark my words, these mines hold a secret that could put Raven Rock back. A secret the East Empire Company swept under the... It killed my great-grandfather and left Raven Rock with a worthless and tainted Gratian Corellius. He spent his entire life exploring. The East Empire Company called it a... My wife and I were cleaning out our home, and we came across... I found an unsent letter he'd written to the East Empire Company. It describes a discovery that was made in the mine by some of the diggers. The East Empire Company must have felt it was of great value, as they locked that section of the mine off from everyone else. It is. Well, I assume it is. I haven't been able to find the entrance. I'm telling you, there's something big down there. Something that the East Empire Company... Look! My wife nags that I'm too old to go traipsing around these mines chasing my story. Time's my enemy. It's caught up with me before I could find the answers that I'm looking. I do. I want to know what happened to Gratian. Gratian kept a journal of notes about his discoveries. If you can find his... Here's everything I have. The letter, the key. Please, do this for me, so I can finally regain the respect that I've lost. I recognize the name, but it's so strange. I feel like it's from a dream. Something about the... The damn fool doesn't even deserve to have it. The pickaxe was made... I'll bet he stole it from the Skald in the first place. Oh, very well. Here, tell him I hope he drops the thing on his foot. She thinks that old age has addled my... I realize she cares about me, but she has to understand that I can't rest until I find out what happened to Gracia. Then I'll settle down peacefully and never... I've been waiting for this moment for a long time. I just hope both of you don't mistake my enthusiasm for insanity. Look, I know I don't have much, but I also have a miner's instinct. I may sound like a crazy old man to you, but I'm telling you, the tunnels here are solid. They would never collapse like that.
Okay. We will investigate. Okay, let me return
Try the lower sections of the mine. I've never been able to get
the axe first. No, pickaxe.
Oh, hello. You looking for a handout or something?
Let me see, what kind of pickaxe is it?
Glover Mallory's the name. So, you finally tracked down... Tell you what, since you went through all the trouble of finding it for... I just wanted to remind that codger you can't just go around now that you've delivered the... Besides, that pickaxe hasn't done me any good in years. Maybe you can put it to good use.
Huh. Well, it's actually considered an axe. Let's do it like that so I don't sell it accidentally. Okay.